Hey, how's it going? You know what? I don't know how to make a thumbnail. Eventually this will be... I don't know. I think this like this. Just a minute. Okay. I wanted to... I guess that's how you do it. Sorry for the shaky there. I was, I guess I was capturing a picture of this because I'm going to open this Belkin mouse up and clean it out. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I was using it today, every time I would hit this, the left click, the right click option window would open up. Not every time, but almost, very frequently. More frequently than what it should be doing. It should never be doing that when I'm using the left click. Left click just for normal mouse use, and then right click if you want to bring up windows, little options, menu windows, things like that. And I thought, okay, there's obviously hair in here, and I'm going to show you. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Like, this is the laser part, the what is that? The red light. But there are little hairs in there, and I'm going to get them out. And I imagine that there are probably, I don't know if it shows it on the wheel, but there are probably hairs there in the wheel. Now, I do have another mouse. I have a Microsoft mouse. This is a Belkin mouse, and I just turned off my computer, unplugged this one, and plugged in my Microsoft mouse. So my Microsoft mouse is in operation. So, and then also, I do have the Belkin mouse box, and after I cleaned the Microsoft mouse, I think I bought the Belkin. OMG. I think I bought the Belkin mouse because the Microsoft mouse was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I thought, what is wrong with this mouse? And did I even think clean it? I probably didn't at first. I probably thought, get a new mouse. So I bought the Belkin one. So then I realized, Tammy, maybe you should clean that mouse. So after the Belkin one was plugged in and operational, I took the Microsoft mouse. I even have pictures of that. It had a lot of hairs and cat hairs, dust bunnies, whatnot, and so this is the Belkin box, and this is what I wrote on the Belkin box. So, Microsoft mouse, clean, 3/20/15, ready to use. I'm thinking that was probably a weekend day. So for 2 years I've been using this Belkin one, and I haven't opened it up to clean it. Like, that's a human thing. We just wait until something happens before we get in there and clean it or whatever it is. So I'm going to use this. And I'm going to look for a suitable Phillips head, maybe this one. It's a tiny thing, but yes, that'll work. So, this one, a smaller one would work too. It would, but I'm gonna use this one. This is magnetic. And it's I like these Phillips head tips because they're pointy. Like, even though it's thicker, you can see the thickness. It's pointy, so it'll fit these small screws. Now, I have never opened up the Belkin mouse before, and the Microsoft mouse was relatively easy to clean and open. I think what I did was, oh, way easy, right? Oh, yeah. Feast your eyes on that. Yes, I see where the problem is now. That is very hairy. If you're grossed out by that, I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I really, really am. So I have, what is that shaking? That's weird. Like, that is shaky. Oh, it's the, never mind. It's the right and left pads there. Ooh, we're gonna go like this. Look at that stuff. So now I'm going to clean it with my, I have a wet, just a wet with water paper towel here. I am going to put, I shouldn't have taken that apart. Live and learn. So I'm going to, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do it. I have a mess of Q-tips. I have a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a cap to put it in, and because I have cats, I want to always have a lid on my rubbing alcohol container. Hopefully I won't spill that. Don't spill it. Okay. And I am, first I'm gonna, going. That doesn't sound right. Gonna. That sounds better. I'm gonna use this pair of plastic tweezers to take out the, I'm gonna also put, where'd that hairy piece go? And I'm going to put this on here. Get it out of the way. I don't want to spill it since I had it on the paper towel that the mouse is on. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to remove the big clumps first, right? And then I might take, wow. Oh yeah, how to break it. Don't break it. Okay, that's fine. So, I guess I wasn't expecting that to come out so easily. Everything is, all these little electronic products, they're screwed down every which way. Like, take the iPhone, for example. When you take it apart, there are a lot of screws and little stickers and things you have to pry loose. Is there some type of a tweezer training? Uh-oh. No! No, stay right there. No. You cannot, no, I'm sorry, you can't come over. So, my hands are washed, by the way. They're not greasy. Although there's probably maybe some type of residue, right? Oh, yes! It's like, see, like I said, I've never done this before. I'm newbie. What I should do is wash it. Put it under water, hot water. So the kitty was coming over to find out, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? What's that dangly thing? Can I play it? Is that a toy? That was Coco. She voiced her dissension. At least she walked away, thank goodness. So I want to... How much of that was not on the camera? Oh, maybe it was all on the camera because I adjusted the camera lens so that it picks up more of what I'm doing instead of hiding, trying So it looks like, what are you doing? What are you doing back there? Nothing to see here. Plenty to see here, actually. Okay, also I'm going to wipe that down, and so I'm not using a Q-tip for this portion, and that's just because it might leave residue behind. And this one was holding the little hairs, little dust bunnies, but I folded that up so that it's not affected by it. Another thing I need to do is I need to clean. This is used very often. I do try and clean this from time to time with a little bit of rubbing alcohol on the, just a little bit. It is diluted, but still that alcohol is 50%. So the parts that get worn the most obviously are the parts where my palm rests on here, and the right and left quicker parts. Was that a bug? Or is that outside? I don't know. I don't know. And let me get this, clean this part. I can always fast forward through these parts where I'm just cleaning it up. Right. So, making sure, the hardest part, of course, if you have pets, you will know what I'm talking about. If you have hairy pets, the hardest part is getting rid of the pet hairs, the hairy pet hairs. Okay, that was, I'm going to use tissue and dip it in my rubbing alcohol and shine up this part, this palm part. That was crazy dirty. You probably could have seen that when I first showed it. Did it up close. So it's I should be more regular with cleaning this, cleaning my computer mice. But I just, I just forget. It's not something I think about doing because it's not a daily activity. And it shouldn't be a daily activity, or it shouldn't have to do it every day. So maybe I should put something on my calendars and like to say a monthly thing, or twice a month, or every 3 months, every 4 months, every 6 months. What would that be? Maybe every 3 or 4 months. Go in there and in the past, like with the Microsoft mouse, I have taken a can of air because at first I just did not think to open it up and clean it out. Like, that was so strange that I didn't think about that. So don't forget to put this back in. I want to, there are a lot of little dusty jobs here. I'm going to, gonna empty that. I have a trash can down here, so I'm gonna shake that and shake the dust and debris. Okay, now this one, I do want to do this one, because this one has a lot of little wires. The little circuit board for the mouse, it's got those little wires there, and it's got some hairiness going on. And I think I'm okay with doing just blow it off a little bit. I don't want to use I'm going to use this. I don't want to use a can of air. I'm going to actually wet this area with rubbing alcohol. If it never works again, and I'll know what I did wrong. I'm not going to brush it. I'm just going to dab it. Because if I brush against these parts are raised, then it's going to leave the Q-tip hairs behind. So then I get my little, I need to look closely. The hair is gray, light gray, like stormy gray. And I see this one has, I wonder if I can take that out. Probably thinking, why is it so quiet in this video? That is exactly where the hairs are congregating, not on the big wheel, but on, sorry if I can get this, on this wheel right here. You see it, sorry, this wheel right there, and this, the wheel that fits in, or the little cylinder that fits through the middle of the wheel. And that is where the tangling occurs, and that's why I have my mouse doing weird things. I need like silicone tweezers. Do they make silicone tweezers? Is there such a thing as a silicone tweezer? Oh man, that is, I would love to take that off. If I take that off, I would have to here on this side where the wires are, I would have to take these prongs, lift these prongs up a little bit on both sides. There are 4 of them. And my legs are going to sleep on me. So I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do, blow on this side. Because this side doesn't have the compromising wires. Also, same thing with the tissue. Just do a little dabble, do you? I believe I mentioned that little jingle or slogan in one of my other videos, and I said, what commercial does that come from? And I said, I know I'm not going to tell you, but now I think I can tell you. It comes from a long time ago, a Brill Cream video, and it's like you only needed to put a little bit on, so the slogan was, a little dabble, do ya? Clever. Okay, I want to also get in there. Is there a hole in there? Is there anything in that little hole? Lots of intricate, detailed close-up Wish I could see better through my lenses work. Does anybody else have this problem where up close the eyeballs are just doing a way better job than the lenses? I see little. Oh. Yes, last night, well, not last night. Last night and into this morning, I uploaded a video, and in the video, I talked about these tweezers. We don't want to grab. I'm thinking about. See, so that's why I think like silicone tipped or aligned even. I think it has something to do with the back. I'm just not squeezing. I'm not squeezing the tweezers. Also, they're plastic. And they once broke. Sorry for shaking the camera there. And in between the plastic, way in the back, is a piece of folded up white duct tape. And then it's to give that bounce. But it's like keeping it together. It doesn't always stay together. Maybe I need to work on that, like tape it more here or something. And I would like these to have a little bit of grip or something in between. There's no grip there. So then also when I'm picking up little hairs here, it's nearly impossible to do that. So I need some type of a little grip in there. Makes me think it does. Okay, I probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah, what the heck. And there aren't really that many hairs left to grab here. I still see some around that wheel. See? Can you see the hairs there? In this, it's in the little hairs are right there. Right in there, in that little part of this cylinder. And it's like, okay, I don't know, like, if you've ever vacuumed and you found a string and you just keep running the vacuum over the string and the string wraps around the brush. It works with hairs too, dog hairs, cat hairs. That's what it's like. They're all accumulating right there on that. Hey, that came apart. Hey, that comes apart. Okay, that was way too easy. Why didn't that come apart? I'm like, hey, Epiphany. Right there, I got it. Let me put it back together without killing it. It has a, I don't know, I'm gonna put this close up. So it has a slight, it's a very soft sound, you know. And when I first got it, it squeaked. And I don't know if that was something here in the, in between here where the little one goes, where I had all the hair accumulated there on that little part, or that wheel part, I should say. Okay, so another thing is when I put this back in, this little piece came out this little piece right here, and this goes back here for where the laser part goes. So now I have to see. Now I have to figure out how it goes back in. Was it? Was I paying attention? Heck no. No. Oh. Hello. Hello. The wheel. This is what we learned in kindergarten, how the shapes go into their respective holes. It's all... Isn't that weird that the only screw attachment is for that end one there, this one. But, oh, those aren't holes. But there are holes here, but these aren't holes here, they're just pegs. But they don't fit into, it's just like little legs propping up. So this is the equivalent of a table, and then we have legs, plastic legs there to keep everything in place. And then this one goes... Okay, wait a minute. I am assuming this reminds me of like a little light switch. Alright. It has a little thing. Oh, maybe it's this way. No, I don't think it's that way. What I'd like it to do is I'd like it to fit better. Like it just rests in there, which is why it fell out so easily. Right? Maybe it's on the wrong way. Maybe I hear somebody dropping something next door. Okay, that's all it does. It just sits in there. I can't be just sitting. It can't be. Could it be? Well, then that would explain. Okay. So that would... Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So it's supposed to look like that. Can you see the little plastic thing in there? If you can't, I'm sorry. Okay, then this part has to come over here, so that means that the wires... Okay. Yeah. What is that? What is that after I just put this thing together? Looking carefully, you'll probably see my head. That is so strange. Already collecting dust on me. You cannot collect dust on me already. So, I want to, that is weird how that is. I want that to stay. Stay! Stay, please. Like this wire, it's, it can't be over there. Like, obviously I want to be careful. It should have like a little holder to keep the wires in place. Oh wait, I see. It does kind of, one of the posts but I cannot, it's not connecting at the front there. So, I'm going to be careful because everything comes apart so easily. Belkin, you would think that maybe it comes underneath. No, that can't be right. that can't be right. I can't imagine that the wires would come underneath like that. Would they? Oh, maybe contained underneath? Okay. Is it closing? Oh, it's gotta be... You know that advice that the experts give you to pay attention how you pulled everything out? That's very important information. It's closed on the back, but the front... Oh, maybe okay. Okay, I think it's okay. Here I was thinking, well, it was open before it was wider up here, this little gap, but this is for the mice left and right pads there, clickers. If you want to be technical and call it clickers, you can do that. Okay, I am going to, this is kind of a big screw. There's the screw. I am not nervous. There's no anxiety going on. Okay. Yay! One cleaned out, ready to roll. And I suppose I should probably test it. I wonder if I can plug it in. I probably can't plug it in. Like, to have two mice. Is that feasible? Probably not. Like, hey, we don't share here. There's no sharing here. Hello. Like, I'm gonna try it. It'll probably say it's a plug and play, so a plug and play mouse. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna plug it into where I usually put my printer. Hey, that's a good thing. See the lights coming on. Let me see. It works! And so does my... It's a dual mouse. It's working like the Microsoft mouse is working, and this one plugged in. Yep. Right click brings up the window. Awesome! And I can unplug it without... Yeah! Alright, that works. Okay. So that one works. And I'm going to put it back in here. I'm going to... Going. I'm gonna relabel the box here because I have the twist tie that had the Microsoft mouse on there, and like cheap cardboard, Belkin. So Belkin mouse cleaned today. Okay. Put the date. Then so should I take another another picture screenshot, as it were, with mouse, this. Actually, which one did I use? This one, right? This rubbing alcohol. I probably don't need the... I'm setting up the shot. Right. That. I'm going to take a screenshot. Screenshot. Capture shot. Okay, hopefully that worked and didn't get me in the picture. I don't know. But I'll use that as my thumbnail, I guess. So everything is hunky-dory, clean. Yay! Have a happy day.